Matt Logan is dealing with the loss of a dear one, surrounded by friends and family at a memorial service. His mom thinks he'll get through this tough time and that destiny has something special in store for him. Matt is not so sure. He remembers the complications the doctors mentioned just before his wife, Liz, gave birth. They both didn't think it would turn out to be a big deal. They were a joyful couple, eagerly waiting to welcome their baby. Matt was always there, boosting Liz's spirits. When it was time for the birth, Liz had to go to the hospital. Matt stayed with her, and they even video called Liz's mom, Marion, who couldn't be there in person. Once their daughter is born, Matt is on cloud 9. Liz's parents make it from Minnesota the next day to meet their grandchild. Everything looks bright and hopeful. Matt gifts Liz a gold pendant to thank her for their daughter, Maddie. However, tragedy strikes when Liz loses consciousness shortly after standing up. Despite the medical team's best efforts, Liz passes away, leaving Matt devastated. His life is now split into a before and after, and he can't believe Liz is gone. If he could, he would bring her back even just for a day. Now, Matt has to raise Maddie alone. While his family and friends are doubtful he can do it, he has no choice but to try. He wishes Liz could have been the one to raise Maddie, thinking she would have done a better job. His mother and Marion propose that he should move back to Minnesota for more support, but Matt doesn't want to leave his city. This is where his job and friends are, and everything here keeps the memory of Liz alive for him. Now, struggling with sleepless nights due to Maddie's constant crying, Matt is determined to stay put and raise his daughter on his own, even as he navigates the painful absence of Liz in their lives. Matt wants to maintain a relationship with Marion, his mother-in-law, but she's set on her point of view. For Marion, it's not about where Matt lives, she wants to take Maddie, her granddaughter, with her. Marion tries to convince Matt, stating it's tough to raise a child. Matt, however, pledges to give it his all. Mike, Marion's spouse, backs Matt up, noting that Liz truly loved him and would have wanted this. At his job, Howard, Matt's supervisor, offers him a vacation whenever he wishes. Matt prefers to work from home, needing the income. Howard reluctantly agrees but, like many, doubts Matt's ability, thinking men are not as patient as women in childcare. Colleagues send flowers to Matt's office to show support during this challenging phase. Marion and Matt's mom, Anna, are temporarily living with him to assist. However, Matt is less than thrilled when he finds out Marion plans to stick around for 6 months. Jordan, Matt's buddy, agrees that Marion should let Matt show his parenting skills. Finally, Marion concedes, with the caveat that if anything goes awry, Matt has to move back to Minnesota immediately. Jordan helps Matt in every way possible. Beyond purchasing baby essentials, Matt struggles to set up the crib, realizing it's a bigger challenge than he expected. Anna advises Matt to focus on living for Maddie from now on, assuring him he'll grow into the responsibility. Soon, both women prepare to leave, which is a hard choice for them. Before exiting, Marion reinforces their agreement. Matt is relieved once she leaves. He gets help from friends Jordan and Oscar, though none are childcare experts. While balancing work and parenting, Matt encounters questions from strangers about Maddie's mother. He avoids the truth, making up various tales. Over time, Matt adjusts to his role as both a mom and dad to Maddie. He even visits Liz's resting place to talk about his daily life with their daughter. Sleepless nights continue as Maddie won't stop crying. On his mom's advice, Matt tries singing a lullaby, which doesn't work. Even with Jordan and Oscar's singing help the next day, Maddie remains inconsolable. Out of desperation, Matt joins a meeting of young moms, seeking guidance. To his surprise, their advice works. The sound of a vacuum cleaner calms Maddie down. Nevertheless, Matt falls asleep during a work presentation the following day while a colleague babysits Maddie, who starts crying again. Matt's situation at work starts drawing the attention of everyone in the office. His colleagues sympathize, but Howard, his boss, sees that it's unsustainable. Following Howard's counsel, Matt hires a nanny named Sue, who is peculiar but appears nice. To take a break, his buddies take him to a bar, but it's not helpful. Matt is too preoccupied with Maddie to enjoy the outing, so he goes back home and decides to let go of Sue, the nanny. Memories of his wedding day with Liz often flood back. They had no clue then that their time together would be so brief. One day, while dozing off, Matt is awakened by the doorbell. It's Marion. Matt had forgotten he had an appointment with Maddie's pediatrician. The doctor checks Maddie and tells Matt he's doing a good job, a statement that moves Marion to tears. The family decides that Maddie will be baptized in Minnesota. 3 weeks later, Matt and Maddie fly there, welcomed by their relatives. The support from family helps everyone deal with their collective loss. Visiting Liz's old room, both Marion and Matt struggle to contain their emotions. Marion has her own system of grieving, allowing herself only an hour of tears each day. Leaving Maddie with Marion, Matt spends time alone in a bar, and then talks to his mom. He shares with Anna his aim to be as good a parent as she was. Anna believes in him. A family gathering is held for Maddie's baptism. Later, Matt gazes longingly at his wedding photo with Liz. Years go by, Maddie grows up and becomes independent. Matt has trouble braiding her hair and realizes some things are still too hard for him. Maddie tells her dad that she feels awkward in skirts, like other girls, because she's used to playing cards with Matt and his friends, which gives her a bold personality. At a friend's kid's birthday party, a woman named Liz approaches Matt. She reveals that Jordan and Oscar set this meeting up. Matt has conflicting feelings about her name being the same as his late wife's. Jordan later asks if he's called her, but Matt feels it's too soon to date. Maddie gets in trouble at her school for not conforming to the dress code. Matt regrets enrolling her in a school where nuns teach but acknowledges it was what Liz had wanted. Later, Matt tells Maddie he's going on a date, and she seems upset. To comfort her, he lets her pick a piece of jewelry from her mother's collection. Maddie chooses a pendant, the last gift Matt had given to Liz. Matt and Liz have a dinner date where they talk about various subjects. Liz is curious why Matt, a nice and wonderful guy, is still unattached. Matt admits he's not ready to welcome another woman into his life because his main focus is his daughter, Maddie. He explains that his own father left when he was young, and he doesn't want Maddie to experience the same loss. After taking Liz home, Matt kisses her, thankful for the joy she's brought into his life after a long time. Maddie isn't pleased that her dad came home late. During his absence, she was looked after by Rose, Oscar's spouse. Maddie is on a kids' soccer team and Matt missed her game, sending Oscar and Rose in his place. Instead, Matt spends time with Liz. Maddie tries hard to get her dad's attention back, but Matt keeps making plans with Liz. Maddie feels left out and sad, especially when she sees a friend's loving mom and realizes she'll never have that experience. Meanwhile, Matt assures Liz that Maddie will always be his priority, something that Liz says she appreciates about him. Matt takes Maddie to a theme park and they have fun. Now comes the big challenge. Matt wants Maddie to meet Liz and like her. Maddie isn't keen but agrees. Liz breaks the ice with jokes and they all have a good time. Later, Liz goes to Maddie's room to say goodnight, and Matt thanks her for being patient. The next day, a call from Maddie's school interrupts Matt's visit to Liz. Maddie got into a fight at school over her dress code and ended up bruised. Matt feels guilty for missing the school's call and rushes to the hospital where Maddie has been taken. Liz arrives to check on him, and Matt decides they should break up so he can focus on Maddie. Both Liz and Maddie are upset by the split. Maddie is even more distressed because she lost the pendant that used to belong to her mom. Matt then gets news from Howard, his boss, about a month-long work trip to Croatia, with perks like paid college tuition. Matt agrees to go and leaves Maddie with his mother, Marion, and friend Mike. Maddie is not only upset about the breakup but also wishes her dad could be happy. She actually liked Liz. But Matt remains firm, believing no one can replace his late wife. Marion is thrilled to have her granddaughter stay with them. Maddie is curious about what her mom was like, and Marion describes her as incredibly kind and intelligent. When Marion suggests taking Maddie to her mom's favorite spots, she eagerly agrees. Matt is surprised to find that Marion has arranged Liz's room just for Maddie. Marion tells Matt he needs to be a better dad, which upsets him. Maddie tells him that he doesn't listen to her and that she's unhappy with her school and their town. Matt reflects on this deeply. After dropping Maddie with Marion and Mike, Matt seeks his mother's counsel. He wants to do right by Maddie but feels he's falling short. A birthday party for Maddie is celebrated with the whole family. Matt decides it would be better for Maddie to stay with Marion and Mike. Though it's a tough decision, he believes she'll be happier. The next day, Matt bids farewell to Maddie and heads to the airport, emotionally drained and tearful. Suddenly, there's a knock on the door. It's George, a friend who offers him emotional support. Matt doesn't see himself as a good father, given that Maddie is better off with Marion. Unexpectedly, Howard announces a job promotion for Matt, saying he's proud of him. Matt is grateful and realizes Howard has become a father figure to him. Matt suffers from sleepless nights and finds Maddie's lost pendant while cleaning her room. Oscar, who speaks Croatian, accompanies Matt on his business trip. At the airport, seeing a woman with her child reminds Matt of his own relationship with Maddie. It makes him realize nothing is more important than his daughter. Matt decides to send Oscar on the business trip and returns to Minnesota. Both Maddie and Marion are thrilled to see him. Matt returns Maddie's pendant and thanks Marion for her wisdom and care. Despite the lingering pain of losing Liz, Marion and Matt decide to move forward for Maddie's sake. The brief separation made them realize how important they are to each other. One day, Matt meets Liz with a bouquet of flowers. Maddie is with him, missing her mom but excited for the possibility of Liz being part of their lives. Matt apologizes to Liz, knowing they have challenges ahead, but believing they'll overcome them together as a real family.